Throughout New Jersey, kids are playing baseball as if it were a professional pursuit, even kids who don't fantasize about one day making it to the majors. Year-round programs have turned Little League into the cheap seats of youth baseball. It used to be that such intense commitments to team sports were only made by families of the elite athletes, and usually only when they approached high school age. But playing for your town high school team is no longer the goal for many players. Instead, some now believe the key to getting a college scholarship or pro contract is to play for club teams that travel around the country to tournaments where they can be seen by scouts. Such competitive play cuts deeply into a family's time and finances, but parents increasingly believe they must pay the high costs or their children won't keep pace with their peers. The Teaneck Titans, led by former Don Bosco prep coach Leon Matthews, began in an 8-and-under league when other kids their age were playing t-ball.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Dominate!
8 years later, these teenagers are so serious about baseball, they have no time for sleeping late and hanging out. In February, they begin what is essentially a 9-month-long season. They'll spend most spring and fall weekends at out-of-state tournaments and much of the summer on the road. The growth of travel ball hasn't been the only big change in youth sports in recent years. Many parents believe their kids need to sign up for twice-a-week lessons and professionally coached teams. This perceived new reality has fueled an explosion in the youth sports training industry. A decade ago, there were only a handful of such businesses in North Jersey. Now there are dozens, some that offer specialized training for a specific sport, others that offer the kind of conditioning and weight training once reserved for top-flight athletes. Such trainers aim to serve determined young athletes like Rachel Pollard, an 8th grader from Elmwood Park. Rachel has made it a goal to make the high school softball team in the fall. She does strength and speed training twice a week and has weekly pitching and batting lessons.
Ready? Good.
For years, Paul Kelly of Rutherford didn't think it made sense to spend money for other people to teach his kids how to play baseball when he could do it himself. A former college player, Kelly installed a batting cage in the backyard where he tosses batting practice and gives coaching tips to his 4 boys, ages 7 to 16. The Kelly family keeps a frenetic pace all season long, with all 4 boys playing on different teams. Brian, the oldest, played for the freshman team at Rutherford High. He will play for a professionally coached club team this summer. Playing for that team, Brian will get the additional training many of his peers already receive, and he will get the chance to play in showcase tournaments. His father isn't convinced that the opportunity will necessarily bring the college scholarship his son desperately wants. As the number of youth baseball players who receive professional training grows, so too does the gap in opportunities for those who can't afford it. The Aguirres are a working-class family in Patterson. They search YouTube for instructional videos and then try to recreate the lessons in their backyard. Father Alex Aguirre said it breaks his heart not to be able to afford the expensive private coaching other kids get. Oldest daughter Alasia fears she's at a disadvantage against better-trained competitors. Even for those who can afford extensive personal training, the odds of having it pay off with a scholarship are not good. For every 100 high school baseball players, only 6 end up playing in college. Of those 6, fewer than 3 will earn a full or partial athletic scholarship. For many parents, marketing a high school athlete to college coaches has become a complex task. They are now turning for help to an array of new businesses. Joe Wadaka Baseball in Rutherford is one such business. He observes kids at play and offers his opinions. He charges $695 for video evaluations he sends to college coaches. He said the service helps families be more realistic in their goals. The reality, though, is that parents could easily spend as much or more on a youth sports career than their kids could ever recoup in a college scholarship. In the end, many experts say that the quest for a scholarship will ultimately come down to their kids' playing skills, not their parents' marketing skills. This is Colleen Diskin for NorthJersey.com.